All right, so we are getting ready to head into UK2. The quick going back to Japan. Unfortunately, Armez felt like he needed a rush, and we weren't able to work out how he could simulate the C-Zone 33 battle. Although I think we could have done it. So he didn't take his top choice play, but what he did do is he sent his fighters to hit the cruiser that was in 30 instead. So now that gave us this setup. And what ended up happening from there is we did have 4 Russians here, so we looked at 4 Russians attacking the 2 units here. And then that would give us the bomber able to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But instead, since he kept the battleship carrier down here in 37, although I don't think it would even change. Even if he had moved him to 61, I don't know that this would have changed the play anyways. We went ahead and took Iwo Jima, right? Make sure I get my islands correct. Yeah. Battleship and took Iwo Jima so that now the bomber can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Land here. So the battleship destroyer, yes, he's got battleship destroyer carrier that can hit it, as well as this bomber can hit it, as well as this fighter and these 2 fighters. So we just landed him in a dead zone. But if he moved in battleship destroyer carrier loaded, that would give him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 that could hit him. Plus, we're going to drop a UK fleet. So we already got a big jump here going on him. So his next best option is to just hit the battleship destroyer with just the bomber and maybe 2 fighters or 3 fighters, and maybe throw the destroyer in there. But whatever he throws in there, it's going to take hits. Additionally, what I didn't point out is the fact that Japan did lose 3 fighters. So he lost 2 in Pearl, and he lost 1 against the cruiser down here. So that's what really led us to decide to go, let's go KJF. So that really hurt. Losing the 3 fighters really hurt him. So that's what got us to this. So we went ahead and threw the battleship out there in the dead zone, used it to bombard and get this win so that we can take out the transports. That's going to solidify versus need J3 timings and get us going. Germany also had some bad luck. Infantry, this one's kind of crazy. And France, he attacked with the infantry, tank, and bomber. And I had 1 infantry there. He finally killed the infantry, but he lost the infantry and the bomber. He decided to keep the tank to make sure he took the territory. And then, of course, he sunk my transport that was sitting right there. He did position his battleship, and this is one thing that we've got to keep into mind here. And this is going to be a little bit of a challenge, that the battleship is going to continue to live for a while. So we're going to be playing this with Germany keeping a battleship alive during the progressions here. So this is going to get interesting as far as Africa goes. So I think it's good that we have them for backups. We may have to start an early build of another transport and just start shucking some U.S. units this way pretty quickly, because I got a feeling this is going to get a little bit ugly for the U.K. All right. So what we're going to go ahead and buy is destroyer, carrier, fighter to go into India, where I can then also land 1, 2, 3 more fighters onto there, bring my subs in, consolidate, and I got a stacked fleet. That'll give me 4 fighters staring down his ability to bring in 9 units in here. So I'll have my 4 fighters. I'm going to have my 3, 4, 5 units, plus my transport. It gives me 6 and 7 units. Plus 4 fighters versus his potential 9. So we're going to see where this little standoff kind of goes. Eventually, we do we do got to take care of this fleet. He dropped that destroyer. I didn't even realize he built a destroyer there now. Huh, interesting. And the 10 infantry and artillery. So that's going to help us with our defense a little bit. But it does mean he's going to continue to have guys living here, and that also means he's now got 2 infantry, 2 tanks, his air force, and a battleship transport threatening Caucasus. So that's going to add pressure this way a little bit. So, so he's going to live. He's going to live through Germany 3. He's probably going to live through Germany 4 as well, because there's not much we can do. Hopefully, maybe UK 4 we're able to take care of the fleet. I'm just going to leave my fleet sitting here. I've got 5 extra IPC. I'm not going to build anything with it. I'm just going to save it. That'll give me 34 next turn. Because all I could build was like an infantry and artillery here, and I don't really need an infantry or artillery sitting in UK right now. I'd rather save it and see what I need it for next turn. So we're going to take the free transports. I was debating possibly going in and out of here, or putting an infantry here, make him have to actually take it, which I may still do. Which actually, yeah, I think I am going to go ahead and do that. Because I think I'm going to go ahead and move these guys on over. And since Japan's not going to have the transports or ability to put too much pressure this way. I say that, but then I may end up regretting it. We'll see. Two, three, four. He'll still land where we want him to. Oh, nope. We don't want to attack there. We want to go ahead and pull him out. It's one of those things with the subs. You can't disengage. So on combat move, if you want to move a sub out, you got to move him out during combat move. Even though we're not making a combat move, you got to do it. Then it won't let you do it non-combat because it'll go into combat. You'll have to submerge, and then your sub's stuck there. One of the weird aspects of the UI. Oh, double hit. Rats. That would have been nice extra income. I want to leave these guys here to prevent, sea lion builds. So we are going to leave the guy sitting here. There's no fighters that can reach me, and his bomber's gone, so we're safe. If we moved him into one of these, then he'd have all 5 fighters could hit me, though. Which we don't want that. Oh. I'm going to go ahead and tempt him with his bomber to go ahead and stay down here, but that means his bomber would not be going up there then. He could send his fighters, but then that means his carrier battleship would have to stay down here as well. We do not want to submerge our subs now. We want them to be fighting. And there we go. So now this puts Japan in a nice little conundrum. They can't stack 59 because we'll be able to take them back. So they also can't really attack. So my bomber's kind of safe. Or if he wants to attack, he can. But then that transport's going to be killed, and that's his last transport. I put the transport where he can kill it, but it would mean he'd have to keep units down here when the U.S. is aggressively attacking up here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 units putting stress here. He can bring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 into here. So we're also putting stress there. If he loses a fighter to trying to do this or uses a destroyer, then that's even in more trouble. So he's going to have to find a way to get these guys out of here safely with the U.S. and UK attacking from both directions. So really trying to put Japan on the grinder here.